Hello, Beatbox family. Welcome back to the show where I just react to the kickback battle, because apparently I've been kind of avoiding posting other stuff, but at least I'm working on some things behind the scenes that you guys have no idea about. So be excited about that. Anyways, PSN versus Kristóf. This is gonna be crazy. I'm so excited to get into this because PSN #1 wildcard and Kristóf #1 in the seeding round. It's just such a crazy thing to have happened, and I think Kristóf might win just because he's more consistent. But I don't know. Let's just start this and see what we think after the first two rounds.
Welcome to round one of the fourth quarterfinal of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021 Loop Station Edition with the exclusive prototype of the Boss RC505 Mark II. Today we have PSN versus Kristóf. First up is PSN with 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. I say the 3 and I say the 2 and the 1 in 3, 2, 1. Beatbox.
Silent record. Wow, this is going for a while. I'm ready though. I'm not crazy about silent recording in the beginning, but I'll overlook it. Make sure you got headphones on. That's deep. This is very PSN. I like the vibe so far. This is so intriguing. It's constantly moving in and out from highs to lows, and a bunch of elements and tracks to fading out. I'm expecting big things. I'm not sure if I'd like his vocal to come through a little bit more. Okay, not much happened at the
Time!
I don't speak Portuguese. I think that was a very good round. It's definitely better than his seeding round. A big complaint with the seeding round was the mix on the vocals. He didn't have as much vocals in this one, but at the end I think I might have wanted it a bit higher, or maybe I just had my bass turned too high up, so it was sort of drowning that out. I'll quickly touch on things I didn't like first. First, I'm not crazy about silent recording at the beginning when there's nothing happening. A lot of the times it can be overlooked. When it's going that long, it's kind of just doesn't seem worth to me, but I'm not a looper myself, so I don't know the intricacies of what they'd be covering up or if it would ruin the sound if you were to play it for everyone or I don't know. And then I was confused that he didn't keep the track going, but went into another silent record where there's nothing happening again. But from then on, I really liked all the sounds that were going on, the way he sort of came in and out. The thing I've noticed with PSN is he really likes to drop on the beat with a kick and just tap the track at the time. I mean, that's a good way to introduce a kick, is waiting for the drop and poof. But yeah, I really like that, and I've noticed it in all his rounds, but that's something that he's very good at, introducing a drop or a new sound with the drums to sort of accentuate it and get you hyped again for this new section after a bit of a lull in it where he's setting different things up, and then he brings it back in and you're hyped again. At the same time that I can say that there was nothing really, except for those silent records, that really bored me. It was all sort of intriguing all the time and constantly changing. The dynamics were great. But contrary to that, I don't know, nothing sort of seemed... I think when the sounds are so electronic, it's hard to tell if he's doing a different thing with the loop station or not if you're not actually aware of what he's doing with it. So for that reason, it sounds a bit repetitive from other rounds, just because that's sort of his style, is he likes those sort of sounds, but it's hard to tell the difference of those sounds because they're not organic sounding sounds. I might compare some things, but I think it's good time to just move over to Kristóf, and we'll come back if we need to compare the two.
Up next is Kristóf with 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. I say the 3 and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, beatbox.
I love that smile. Cocky. I loved at the end of his seeding round, I just watched that over again. At the end, he's like, I feel like he has good battle energy. Interesting melodies. And chords. I love that.
Hey, hey, listen. Baby, that's life. You know, baby, that's life. Baby, that's life. You know,
Baby, that's life.
baby, that's life. You know, baby, that's life. Baby, that's life. You know, baby, that's life. Who do you wanna be? Does it even matter? Do you believe what you see? Which way's better? Control starts with letting go. Don't you think you're in the know? Can't be wrong, can't be right.
I like the auto-tune, it's not too much.
Baby, that's life. Ooh, that's life. Oh, baby, that's life. That's life. Baby, that's life. You know, baby, that's
This is so different from what we've heard from like anyone.
baby, that's life.
I'm trying to think of who that would remind me of, who would do that, and I think like Bruno Mars, like that sort of break. that's life.
Baby, that's life. You know, baby, that's.
God.
Baby, that's life.
That's so unexpected.
And that's time.
Huh. I didn't really comment that much during. Just because I was so taken aback by what just happened. That was so unexpected. I don't know if that would have been good with more or less. I noticed like halfway through, I was sort of like, it's sort of repetitive, but I kind of liked the vibe, and it was just different melodies, and he had that solo bit. That's where I was thinking sort of like repetitive, but I really liked the from Zhang's old time, the guitar solo, both of them. And I really liked this one too, especially when it went really high at one point. The tonality of that was really dope. I have mixed feelings about the way he ended it, with the sort of juxtaposition of the really laid back like groove and bringing in sort of like dubsteppy sounds. I don't know, I don't listen to that. I don't know what to call those. Harsh electronic sounds he brought in. Anyways, I'm not... it was sort of weird because I expected him to introduce those sounds as sort of like, whoa, we're going on a switch here, and then completely sort of switch the track around. And I think I would have liked that a bit more than sort of just doing those sounds over the original track, because it was sort of like a bit too different for me. I listened to La Lisa, which I'll probably put in info card if you want to see what I'm talking about. But in that song, there's a total switch over to like a dark, like Egyptian style beat, which is so contrary to what the rest of the song is. But I like that, and I think that it can be kind of hard to pull off, because you have to transition to that without being like, well, this is a completely different song. It has to keep some elements the same and still be clearly the same song, but switching the sort of genre, kind of. I don't know. I don't know how you would go about doing that exactly, the best way, like sonically, how to make that work in someone's mind, the listener, if they're listening for the first time, to make them feel like it's meant to be there, even though it's so vastly different from what you've been hearing before. But this just seems sort of like, it was shocking, and at first I was kind of excited for where it was going to go, but it didn't really go where I thought it was going to. I'm realizing now that I'm kind of stuck on this train of thought, and I'm just repeating myself in different ways, so I'm just gonna move on to something else. I think rather than, because I sort of fell victim to this when dealing with MH's first round, it wasn't as bad as I sort of made it out to be. It just wasn't my sort of genre, so I should look at it from the perspective of what is technically good about it, rather than what's my subjective opinion about what I liked about it, because I'm sure some people will have liked that, whereas I didn't really. I just was thinking about how both rounds sort of had their ups and downs and sort of took you on a journey. PSN's had a little more switch ups, but with sort of his style, and Kristóf's had less switch ups. It was slower paced. but it was completely out of what was expected of him. I think I've figured out who I think won in my mind. I think Kristóf won it for me, but only by like a little bit. And that's even with the fact that I didn't really like the ending bit, just because I sort of, just from a subjective point of view, I really liked the sort of style of music and the unexpected nature of what happened, even if that shouldn't be a criteria, whether it's unexpected or not. I mean, maybe that goes into originality points. I'm not sure exactly what originality points are given for, but I'm pretty sure more is given if you do something different than what you've done before. And I feel like Kristóf definitely did that. This one's, gosh, I have such a hard, I'm just gonna really enjoy watching other people's reactions, hearing you guys, what you guys think in the description down below. That really helps me a lot figure out my opinions and see things that I missed. I'll have the original channel, the artist channels as well, the original videos, and both of their Instagrams. So be sure to support the guys. That'd be very nice of you. As I mentioned, let me know what your thoughts were, but also any reaction suggestions. I won't promise I'll get to all of them. I'll try, but just let me know what you want me to see. Also, of course, I'm gonna ask you to like the video and subscribe. We're really nearing 500, and I mean 1,000's sort of like the ultimate goal that I'm working towards, but I mean to get to 500 off of this video, or at least my next couple of videos, would mean a lot to me. To be able to hit that goal would be really awesome. I think well, the day after tomorrow it will be part 2 of this video, but I think tomorrow I want to do new schooler music videos. I think I have 3 lined up, but until then you can watch my previous beatbox reactions if you're interested, and see you tomorrow, hopefully.